Hello and welcome to a new video of the Bravery Reports. Today it's all about the dual study program in Germany. Would you like to study, get work experience and earn money at the same time? In Germany, this is possible with the dual study program. In this video, you'll find out how you can start a dual study program, what advantages it offers, and how you can apply as an international student here in Germany. This video is divided into 9 parts. Let's go! First, how does a dual study program work? Basically, you switch between the university and practical work in a company at regular intervals. Typically, the program looks like this. You have theoretical phases at the university where you attend lectures, seminars and take exams to acquire the theoretical knowledge. And in the theoretical phases, you immediately put the theory into practice in your company. Depending on the university and the program, dual studies take 3 to 5 years in total. Does that sound exhausting? Yes, it is definitely a challenge that you should be aware of. Second, which dual studies are there to choose from? There are over 1,500 dual study programs and many partner companies in Germany. Make sure you're well informed, as some programs have the same title but are very different in terms of content. Universities primarily offer dual studies in the following areas: business and management, technology and engineering, computer science and digitalization, health and social affairs, but also natural sciences and environment, media and communication, public administrations and law, and the most popular ones you can see down here. Every 5th bachelor's degree program in Germany is now offered as a dual study program, as this model is becoming increasingly popular. Now it gets a little complicated. There are 4 different forms of dual study programs. The most common is the Practice Integrated Program, or in German, praxisintegrierendes Studium. You do the university degree, which is the bachelor, but do not complete a vocational qualification. Nevertheless, you will gain extensive practical experience in your company. With the Training Integrated Degree course, or in German, Ausbildungsintegrierendes Studium, you obtain a bachelor and complete vocational training at the same time. You have to attend vocational school, or in German, Berufsschule, in addition to working in the company and attend lectures at the university. So the workload is correspondingly higher. If you are already working, there are 2 other models. In the career integrating or part-time model, you combine studying and working. As you have a full-time job, you complete the apprenticeship mainly through self-study. Number 3. Which universities offer dual studies? You can study at universities of applied science or Fachhochschulen, dual universities or duale Hochschulen, and vocational academies or Berufsakademien. As universities of applied sciences generally are more practice-oriented than universities, you will also find far more dual study programs here. Dual universities, on the other hand, have specialized in this type of study and usually have a large network of partner companies. Vocational academies are not officially recognized as universities. The bachelor's degree is therefore recognized by the state, but is not an academic degree. The universities offer different time models. In the block model, you spend a period of several weeks or months on campus or in the company. These are often 3-month slots in which you can concentrate fully on your studies or work in the company. In the weekly model, you usually work at the company for 3 days a week and spend the remaining 2 days at the university. In all models, you will have written and oral exams, give presentations and possibly take practical tests. At the end of the degree program, you will write your term paper and your bachelor's thesis. If you complete an apprenticeship, you will also take the final examination at the Chamber of Industry and Commerce or the Industrie- und Handelskammer. Number 4. What are the admission requirements for international students? First, the Hochschulzugangsberechtigung. If you want to study at a German university, you need a certificate called Hochschulzugangsberechtigung, which qualifies you to study. For example, the German Abitur or Fachabitur. You can check whether your qualification is recognized on various websites, e.g. the DAAD. You can find links in the video description down there. Many German universities work together with UniAssist, which checks and evaluates foreign certificates. UniAssist issues international applicants with a pre-assessment documentation or Vorprüfungsdokumentation, VDP, that documents which school and university certificates have been submitted and how the grades are categorized in the German grading system. In addition, the Central Office for Foreign Education offers a certificate evaluation for foreign university degrees, or Zeugnisbewertung für ausländische Hochschulabschlüsse, ZAB, for this purpose. If your degree is not sufficient, you can first attend a Studienkolleg, This usually lasts 2 semesters. However, if your performance is very good, you can also take the so-called Feststellungsprüfung after just 1 semester. At a Studienkolleg, you have 28 to 32 hours of lessons per week. To be admitted to a Studienkolleg, you must pass an entrance exam and have a good knowledge of the German language. Good German language skills. As mentioned at the beginning, German language skills are important. Definitely at B2 level, better at C1 level. Some companies also require knowledge of English. German is usually the language of instruction at the universities and is also usually spoken in everyday working life. Thirdly, visa for non-EU citizens. Non-EU citizens need a visa. You apply for this at the German embassy in your home country. You'll need the contract with the company, proof that you've been accepted to study, and proof of funding to cover your living expenses for the duration of your studies, either in the form of a blocked bank account, at least 11,904 euros in 2025, or a declaration of commitment. Please note that all this can take a few months. If you come from the EU, you do not need an additional permit. However, because there is an obligation to register in Germany and you are staying in the country for longer than 3 months, you must register at the residence registration office in your university town. Health insurance. All students must also have health insurance. You'll need proof of your insurance to enroll at the university and also for your residence permit. You can find a detailed video on health insurance here. Number 5. The application process step by step. Step 1. Find a company or university. Applications are made either directly via companies or via universities that offer dual studies. So find a company or university with a suitable dual study program. Some universities will help you find a company with which you can complete the dual study program. Alternatively, you can find companies via traditional job search portals such as Indeed and Stepstone, but also via business networks such as LinkedIn and Xing. Enter duales Studium in the search bar. Examples of universities and companies with dual study programs and search portals are linked in the video description. Step 2. Prepare your application documents. The following are usually required: a CV, preferably in German or English, a letter of motivation, school leaving certificates, and language certificates. Step 3. Apply early. Many dual studies have application deadlines of 6 to 12 months before the start of the program. It can take several weeks to request documents from the authorities. Many companies and universities have an online application portal. Alternatively, you can send your documents by email. It is best to write many applications at the same time. The dual studies are very popular. Expect rejections too. Step 4. Interviews and tests. Some companies carry out aptitude tests or interviews, often online or on-site. They usually test your mathematical and analytical understanding, your language skills, and your general education. Step 5. Apply for a visa if necessary. But how can you maximize your chances? The company invests a lot of money in you and wants to be sure that it's worth it, that you can successfully master the double burden, that you're willing to learn, and that you will rise to the challenges. In addition to good grades, they also look for communication skills, practical experience, voluntary work, or extra achievements, e.g. in sports. Even if you don't have all this, convince the company with your general interest, your willingness to learn, make a difference, and your future potential. It is okay not to know and be able to do everything yet. You're applying for a bachelor's degree after all. But the most important thing is to remain authentic and answer questions honestly. Find out a lot about the company. What products or services do they offer? How many employees and locations do they have? When were they founded? What competitors do they have? And be prepared for questions about your CV and ask questions yourself. Find out whether the company is a good fit for you, whether they will take you on after your studies, and whether you can learn a lot. A job interview like this is not a one-way street. Number 7. Costs and benefits. Are there tuition fees? During the standard period of study, the practice partners usually cover the tuition fees and also pay you an industry standard training salary, even during the theoretical phases on campus. You only have to cover the costs of teaching materials and your living expenses yourself. What can you earn? You already earn money every month, between 800 to 1,800 euros gross, depending on the industry and the company. Can you make a good living from that in Germany? That depends. Around 1,200 euros per month, that is the average cost of living if you study in Germany. You should expect the following costs: semester contribution, rent, mobility, learning materials, telephone and internet, health insurance, food, clothing, leisure, culture, sport, and possibly tuition fees. Rent is the largest component. Around 300 to 600 euros per month for accommodation. There are regions and cities in Germany that are very expensive to live in, e.g. Munich, Frankfurt am Main, Cologne, Hamburg or Düsseldorf. So take a close look at where you want to live. The semester fee varies depending on the university and is between 100 and 350 euros. At some universities, this includes a semester ticket that allows you to use public transport free of charge. A public health insurance costs around 130 euros per month if you're under 30 years old. There are scholarship programs and the opportunity to earn money through part-time jobs. We will also be making a separate video about this soon. Number 8. How do you find a company that pays well and finances your tuition fees? There are regions and cities in Germany where you can earn a little more, however, you may have to pay a little more for housing as well. Also, certain industries often pay better. The magazine Capital published a statistic in 2022 with the best companies for dual studies. You can find the link in the video description. What happens after your studies? In many cases, you and your partner company will have already agreed on a takeover in your employment contract, which guarantees your services to the company for a certain period of time. After all, your new company has invested in your training and wants to utilize this for the benefit of the company. In addition, you can quickly apply the practical experience you have gained to your professional life. Point 9. Disadvantages and advantages. Are there any disadvantages? A dual study program is demanding. You will have less free time than with a traditional degree program because you have to manage your studies and work at the same time. As you are tied to the company, you are less flexible and have less and limited holiday time. But now an overview of all the advantages. You receive a bachelor's degree and gain practical experience in the company at the same time. Employers value dual degree graduates because they are already tried and tested in the world of work. Many dual students are taken on directly after graduation as they already know the company well. You are ahead of other graduates and have excellent career opportunities. You don't just learn from books, but apply your knowledge directly in the company. By alternating between study and practice, the material remains easier to understand. Some companies also offer periods abroad or international projects during the dual study program. There are particularly good opportunities for an international career in areas such as business, technology or IT. As you have already worked in the company, you will be ready to work immediately after graduation. This makes the transition into your career easier and saves time. You build up a professional network during your studies. Contacts with colleagues and superiors can help you with further career steps. In contrast to a normal degree program, you already earn money every month. My conclusion? If you're motivated and disciplined, work well organized and constantly improve your German language skills, you have excellent chances of a successful career in Germany or internationally. I hope this video was helpful for you and your study planning in Germany. Thanks for watching and have fun with your planning. Please leave a like and follow us if you enjoyed it. See you soon.